Exmouth. Some people say it's a rundown hellhole and an absolute tip, while others swear it's one of Devon's best kept secrets. A place for epic sunsets and fantastic fish and chips. Should you visit Exmouth, take a walk with me and we'll find out if Exmouth is still a big hit or if it's just a little bit. Thanks for joining me. It's an incredibly beautiful day in Exmouth, which is on the east coast of Devon, and it's actually Devon's oldest seaside resort town. So we're going to start our walk along Exmouth Beach, where we've got approximately 2 miles of beautiful sand here, which on a very sunny day can feel like you're abroad. The beach here is a big hit with families, paddleboarders and kite surfers, and you might even see people doing water sports like windsurfing and jet skiing along here during the summer months. It's lifeguarded during the summer months as well, and the beach currently holds a Blue Flag and Seaside award, so it's very safe for swimming. Behind us is Orcombe Point, which is actually the start of the Jurassic Coast. It starts here in Exmouth and stretches 95 miles all the way to Old Harry Rocks in Dorset. It's England's only World Heritage Site, and you can technically say you're standing at the beginning of 185 million years of history. This area is famous for its fossil discoveries and breathtaking land formations. You can take a boat trip from the marina down the bottom and it will take you all the way along the coastline and up to Lyme Regis in Dorset. I did this very same boat trip with my family years ago and we really loved it. I highly recommend you do it. If you're coming down, I guarantee you'll love it. We'll check that out a little bit later on in the video as we walk down, and I'll show you some up-to-date prices. I just wanted to say a very special thank you to everyone who's watched, subscribed and supported me so far. At the time of filming, the channel has been going 5 weeks and I'm already at 140 subscribers. I was not expecting to hit that number for quite some time. You guys truly are amazing. The promenade here was built in the 1860s, and if you look carefully you'll spot old Victorian shelters and some original lampposts that have seen more winters than your average deck chair. My word, it's an absolute scorcher today. It's that hot I saw a squirrel fanning its nuts. The ice cream stalls are going to make an absolute killing. Along the Exmouth Promenade, not only will you find ice cream stalls, you'll also find a fish and chip shop and a ridiculous number of high-end places to eat with high-end price tags to go along with it. Now, the last time I was here, about 7 years ago, there was a Hungry Horse somewhere along here which was much more affordable. I'll point that out when we pass it. So you've got this awesome modern and trendy seaside shore development here. And it's got a real nice mix of surf shops where you can buy surfboards, paddleboards, swimming costumes. There's a little bakery there as well, and a little Ella's hut where you can buy paintings. She's actually painting one as we speak, and you can buy postcards there as well. If you fancy a proper sit-down meal, Hayday's here on our right is meant to be really highly rated on Google. You can apparently buy seafood here like calamari, oysters, and you can get things like burgers as well. The building used to be home to Mickey's Beach Bar and Restaurant, which was partly owned by Michael Caine's. No, not that one, the celebrity chef. It's an absolutely awesome vibe. You've got some upstairs seating as well, with great views overlooking the bay. So trendy. You can get breakfast, lunch and dinner here, drinks, wines, cocktails. Walking down here, guys, I've spotted so many jet skis, and you have to be extremely careful because they have so much disregard for swimmers. They don't stick to the watercraft areas, so just be really careful. Parking wise down here, it has a really long promenade. It's about 2 miles long. There's a multitude of car parks and also parking on the promenade, but you have to pay. It's about £6.60, I think it was, to park for about 4 hours, which isn't too bad. I don't think you've struggled to park. You got some guys over there fishing, enjoying the weather. The water here is super clear. You can see the bottom of the seabed. You can just about see from here on the camera, you can see the Exe Estuary, and all the boats. You get some super yachts down there as well. Just over there is Dawlish, and then if you carry on down the coast, you'll end up in the Torbay area, places like Torquay. This is a really cool spot. You can buy thick shakes here, slushes, coffees, ice creams, clotted cream. Prices start from around £2.70 up to about £6.90. There is just a ridiculous number of choices. They sell hot donuts, hot waffles, chocolate fudge brownies. I think I'm going to grab myself a chocolate thick shake. Let's check it out. This was £4. Let's give it a try. It tastes incredible, but the size is really small for the price, to be fair. But it is nice. This is an amazing little spot for young kids here. It's dinosaur themed to go along with the Jurassic Coast. I really like it. You got slides, swings. And whilst the kids are playing, the adults have got somewhere to sit as well. And over there, you've got the Thirsty Turtle for your refreshments, and Salt, a coffee house where they sell stone-baked pizzas as well. In front of us, you'll see the Harbour View and Chip Shop. So obviously this is where you can get your fish and chips from. There's not actually a lot of chippies down here. There's a couple. One of them over there on the right hand side is actually closed. You can buy some fish and chips from the high-end places, but I'm not sure the prices. But if you want to pay some more reasonably priced ones, then this is where you need to go. You can grab some chips, and literally in front of the building there's some picnic benches for you to sit and have your chips on. The fish and chips, you're looking at £2.75 for small chips, standard chips £3.25, a large £3.75, a cod, it says Sea Daily Specials Board. You've got Ocean on your right hand side. It's a big leisure complex with bowling, soft play, and even a gorgeous rooftop terrace with amazing views over the bay. If you're staying at Haven, Devon Cliffs, really close by, and you happen to have bad weather, it's a great place to come and pass the time. The kids will absolutely love it in there. Also, if you're bringing a dog along with you, apparently they're allowed anywhere on the ground floor as well. That's fantastic, that is. One thing I've noticed as well about Exmouth is there is a ridiculous amount of outdoor gardens. Like you won't believe how many there is. There's just tons. Every few feet there seems to be another garden. They're lovely, and you can see these Victorian bush shelters I was telling you about as well. So on your right you've got this like really modern building, and on the left you've got old school Exmouth from this Victorian heyday. Again, look, so you've got a garden on the left hand side, and then across the road you've got yet another garden, and you can see all the old Victorian and Georgian hotels and B&Bs. There's a load of them down this promenade. There's a Premier Inn further on down, which I'll show you in a minute, and that's £94 a night, which isn't too bad considering we're literally in the middle of summer and a week away from the 6 weeks holiday. And on the right hand side here you can see Exmouth Pavilion. It's a 541 seat theatre which has a really diverse programme of events including musicals, touring productions, West End shows. Like currently they've got Michael Jackson show appearing there. They've also got comedies, ballet and named artists and tribute bands as well. And you've got a cafe and bar with it as well. But again, lovely outside seating. On days like this, you really need that outside seating. My word, guys, I really feel like I need some shade. It is so hot. I really feel like I've been fortunate to have a really beautiful summer to film these videos for you. Really showcasing the British seaside at its best. Just here is the Exe restaurant. This is another really highly rated restaurant on Google as well. It's got 4.4 stars. They sell pizzas here, things like crayfish salad, which I think is caught locally in Brixham, which is just down the road. And I think they might have some seating out here as well. Let's have a look. They sell breakfast, lunch and dinner. Yeah, there's some seating here as well. The water today looks absolutely beautiful, doesn't it? It's stunning. This is the inside. Again, incredible views of the bay. So it seems the bathhouse, this was the Hungry Horse I was telling you about. It was really badly rated on Google, to be fair. When we came 8 years ago, we did look at the reviews, but they were the cheapest place to eat. So we ate there anyway, and we were disappointed. And it looks like now that it's actually independent. Oh no, sorry, it's a Green King now. So it's changed hands from Hungry Horse to a Green King.
So they went to M&S.
They do 2 meals for £15. That's not bad. Sunday roast, £14.29. Steak for £12. So you're still paying Hungry Horse prices. I just don't know if they're any good or not. Man, this Premier Inn's seen better days. It looks a bit worse for wear, but I think they're remodelling and they're doing it up. There always seems to be a Premier Inn on the seafront. Everywhere I go, there's a Premier Inn. Again, look at this, guys. The views. £94 a night with views like this. You really can't beat it. You can see these curved walls here. This is because Exmouth has a real strong history of flooding, with the most significant flood event recorded in 1960. The flooding was caused by overflowing due to heavy rainfall and increased surface water runoff from newly developed areas. The 1960 floods actually affected nearly 1,000 properties. This is one of Exmouth's landmarks. It's called the Exmouth Clock Tower. It was built in 1897 to mark Queen Victoria's Diamond Jubilee. If you're enjoying this video so far, why not hit subscribe and walk with me every week, and we'll travel all around to different seasides and holiday parks. I'd really appreciate your support, thanks. And just off the seafront there, guys, just off the seafront, if you come down here, you'll see the gorgeous Manor Gardens, but unfortunately it's closed today, so I can't show you. They've got some kind of event on. Behind the seafront you have the Manor Gardens, a surprisingly peaceful little green space that feels a world away from the beach hustle on busy afternoons. One great thing about the Exmouth Promenade as well is you'll see lots of seating every few metres as well. There's lots of benches about for you to rest your weary legs. On our right hand side as well, you've got the Imperial Hotel, which is one of the biggest properties in Exmouth. Some of these buildings are absolutely beautiful. I'll tell you something, I wouldn't mind living in one of these with these views. Now here we're coming to the beginning of the Exe Estuary, and it's not very nice down this part. I recommend you go further up towards the middle where we've just been, because here there's a lot of seaweed and sludge and the water quality isn't as good. And the sand here as well, it's not very nice. In fact, the sand's a lot worse than what I remember it when I last came about 7-8 years ago. If you're going to bring your kids down to play, if you're going to go on the beach, you do it down the middle part where we've just been, because on the two far ends down here and also Orcombe Point, they're dog friendly, and there's been quite a lot of reports online, reviews saying there's a lot of dog mess on the beaches that don't get cleaned up. Look at this, look, these signs have been broken off. They could do with being replaced. Some of the Exmouth is absolutely great, and some of it is a bit of a letdown from what I remember. I mean, I have really fond memories of the place. We're coming to the bottom of Exmouth Promenade now, and just down here is Pier Head, where the marina is. Let's go check it out. You can see there as well one of the Stuart Line cruises going out on one of their boat trips. I'm not sure where they're going. That's one of the ones I was telling you about earlier. They go up the Exe Estuary, up to Dawlish. I think the natural harbour of the Exe Estuary is absolutely stunning though. I love seeing boats in the water bobbing up and down. It's just tranquil. We're coming up now to Pier Head, which is right down the bottom of the Exmouth Promenade, and in front of us you can actually see Rockfish. This restaurant is really highly rated. It's literally one of the top 2 places to eat in Exmouth. They sell the most beautifully fresh caught seafood here from nearby Brixham. I'm planning on going to Brixham in a later video, so if you want to see that, you know what to do. Here, guys, is Stuart Line Cruises. This is where you'll book all your boat trips. Let's go take a quick look and I'll show you what we've got. You can do a River Exe cruise, a long River Exe cruise, Topsham round robin, a mini coastal cruise, Jurassic Coast cruise, which is what I went on and I highly recommend it, it was amazing, a day trip to Torquay and Brixham, a Sidmouth day trip and a Dawlish round robin. So as we wander further along, we're going to come to Exmouth Marina. Now it used to be home to the Exmouth docks, which were operated here for over a century, since the 1860s, and they only stopped during both World Wars. They even had their own railway line to transport coal, herring and other cargo up to Exeter. A survey was done in 1989 which showed the docks were close to collapse, so the docks were actually closed down. These days it's part of the modern and trendy Quay estate, which is home to some really cool cafes and bars and more than 300 homes and flats. These flats here have the most incredible views over the sea and the River Exe as well, but they don't half come with a price tag. Have a guess how much one of these 3 beds will set you back with these sea views. I bet you got it wrong. That is an absolutely shocking price. Even at those prices, Exmouth is actually considered one of the most reasonably priced places to live on the sea in Devon when compared to the likes of Orcombe, which is Devon's millionaire's playground. This is where you do all your boat trips. You've got Stuart Line cruises, your Star-Cross ferry. From here, you can hop on the Exe Estuary ferry over to Star-Cross, which is a small village on the other side, which is actually the birthplace of English yachting. There's suggestions that there's been some form of ferry service here since the medieval period. These days, I believe the ferry is a family-run business, and to cross with a return ticket is £8 an adult, £5 a child, and only £1 for your dog. How cool is this, guys? This is awesome. What amazing views these guys have. To be a millionaire, eh? Is Exmouth just another sleepy seaside town? Absolutely not. It's a brilliant mix of trendy, beach life, river adventures, coastal walks and surprisingly good food spots. Next time you're deciding between the North or South Devon coasts, Exmouth might just surprise you.